Business is bad where it is at the moment, and you're taking us like barn animals to dump us in a yard in a modern day. There's no other country that will take its citizens that voted for it and throw them in a yard. They would build a proper mall and they would put them there.
I do not have to justify illegality. And what happened in the past by the government of the past, I am not a politician, that was illegal, and we are correcting it. The second thing I want to say is that we do not have the vendors alone to deal with. We have the entire city of Georgetown. And we cannot have one section of people utilizing, taking over, hijacking the pavements, denying everybody else access to it, who are also paying taxes, and who got families, and who got to pay mortgage. So I'm not going to justify that. This is the law.
Punished so much years in prison, now I come out, what you want me to go back and do? Anything wrong? No, I need to sell.
Do not be fueled by a few rabble-rousers within your crowd. Do not be fueled.
Some of the scores of irate vendors, Tom Clark, Royston King and Mayor Patricia Chase Green, during heated exchanges on Friday morning in the City Hall compound at one of several vendors' City Hall officials' consultation meetings. The exchange ensued after the Tom Clark's announcement that 150 displaced vendors from Stabroek Square would be temporarily accommodated at the prepared Hatfield Street location site as of Saturday, while others were ordered to return to their stalls in the various marketplaces.
Now, I have been informed by the clerk of markets that so far we have 133 vendors who will be relocated to that particular land on a temporary basis.
Tom Clark King told the vendors that they would be required to meet with the clerk of markets to register for a spot under the temporary arrangement and promised that at the end of the 3 months the council will have another solution that is more permanent.
No one will be allowed to return to the Stabroek Market Square to do business. The Stabroek Market Square will be fitted as a civic square for the benefit and the pride of all Guyanese. As it relates to Water Street, nobody will be allowed to vend around the Guyana Store's bond. And in fact, I was told, I have not been served with anything, I was told that we have a court matter, and those people who are plying their trade on Water Street perhaps will be affected because we have to wait on the outcome of the court matter before we allow anyone to put anything there to sell.
He encouraged the vendors to not be content with selling on the streets and pave for 12 to 20 years. Vendors with stalls in various municipal markets and malls will not be allowed to sell on the road or given a spot under the new arrangement. 15 food vendors will be allowed to continue selling between 7 p.m. to 5 a.m.
What we've discovered is over 40 vendors who have been vending on the pave have stalls in the new vendors mall, in the Stabroek Bazaar, and in Stelling View Market, and in the Stabroek Market proper. Those vendors will have to return to their stalls today, or I will repossess them and give them to people who really need them.
Mayor Patricia Chase Green also addressed the vendors and asked them to trust their politicians on decisions that they make.
We are not in the business of putting anybody out of bread. You have to make a living, and we have a responsibility to keep the city clean. We will make this partnership work to ensure that we have a clean and a green city. I do not have a job. I have a mission. And the mission is to make Georgetown the greenest and cleanest city in the Caribbean. And regardless of the degree of difficulty, it will be accomplished. And you can take that from me.
Chase Green said vending was not illegal, but the council will be removing obstructions from the pavement and roadways while slamming those vendors who apparently have set up presence on the pavement. The mayor assured the vendors that as a woman, she understands their pains and situations, but she has to fend for other women and older people too.
The time has come for the change we voted for. It will be hard for some of us. It will be easy transition for some of us. But we love you still. Don't mind how you tell tell me I must go. I love you, and I love your band. And I'm going to try my best to do what's right for you.
The mayor told the vendors that the council is not the enemy and said that the wrong situation has been left to fester for too long and it is time for it to be corrected. Mondale Smith, HGP Nightly News.